for men. First, Cash Depot. Injury lawyer John Michael Bailey. And by Auto Plan Insurance.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Here we are to Memphis Wrestling, home of rhythm and brews. I'm Corey Macklin, Brian Teglin. We have got a dandy today. We're kicking it off in front of the desk because we don't even have time to come around. This show today is so jam-packed. Get ready. We've got a big day of wrestling, Brian.
Surprise after surprise today, and a huge one to start off the show.
Huge one to start it off. Let's bring them out right now. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here today live at UPN, Lance Russell. There he is. I like it. How you doing? The Lancer. How you doing, baby? Well, it's always great to see you. Always. What are you doing out here without a microphone? Hey, now I know. Oh, Brian's got two of them, don't you, Brian? You like that? Nowhere in the world you can stand here without a microphone in your hand.
No,
What are you doing?
I just run the mouth and pick up somewhere down the line. Hi, all these people out here.
Hey, big crowd here. Live in the studios of UPN 30. Hey, let me tell you one thing. Speaking of UPN 30 in studio, tonight, 7 o'clock tonight, Memphis Wrestling has a prime time special, 7 o'clock, a special show tonight, right here on UPN 30. Take a look at the graphic right there on your screen. So there it is tonight, 7 o'clock, Memphis Wrestling primetime TV special. It is the countdown to Rumble at the
Rumble at the Roundhouse.
All right. And speaking of Rumble at the Roundhouse, take a look right here. Tomorrow afternoon, Lancer, going to be a big day. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum, baby.
Dadgum right. That's why I came here, and I'm ready to look for it, and we're looking at all of the action that's going to be taking place. That's tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be one big night of action. Corey, can't wait for that.
I'm telling you. Hey, I understand, Lance, we got the call from the Mid-South Coliseum. The box office is open right now as we speak. Today, it's a special opening.
There were so many people wondering when can you get the tickets to it.
You can get them right now.
Open it right now.
Right now to 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And then what we talked about earlier. 5 o'clock today,
Right.
box office open.
Tomorrow.
And tomorrow, you go by the Mid-South Fair, any location, any entrance, Central Avenue, Parkway, any entrance, pick up your tickets at the fair ticket booth, right there at the booth. So there's no hassle getting out there. We're expecting a big crowd tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, just in case there's one person that hadn't heard, remember, you buy the ticket to the big Roundhouse Rumble, and then you're going to get in the fair free. You're going to get the concert free. The whole McGilla with the fun at the fair. So you
Gonna be big. Speaking of big, Lance and Brian, gonna be big today. The Ugandan giant Kamala is gonna be in the ring today. In action, he returns. Lord Humongous is here today. Birdman, Coco Beware, Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Are you ready for this? Rock and Roll Express right here today. The King, Jerry Lawler, Phil Superstar Dundee, Mabel. It goes on and on. We better take a quick time out, don't you think, baby?
Let's do it right now. That sounds like the big show tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's so big I can't believe it. All today. We'll be back with you in just one moment.
Yes.
Memphis Wrestling, home of rhythm and blues, presents Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3, 4, 1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis Wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explodes with Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy Hart and the First Family, Bill Superstar Dundee, King Mabel, and some Jimmy Valley, and the return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Let's enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3, 4, 1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum.
If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Hey, it happens sometimes. Too much month and not enough paycheck. When your budget has you in a headlock and you need cash fast and easy, think Cash Depot. Cash Depot does payday loans, title loans, and cashier's checks. If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Got a job and checking account? No problem. You own your car? No problem. Let Cash Depot be your tag team partner. Stop by one of these convenient locations and get the cash you need today. Remember, if your cash is low, think Cash Depot.
If you need anything for your home, beautiful new furniture, a new computer, a big screen TV, a new refrigerator, hurry to Staten's rental purchase and take it home for only $10. That's right. Take home a beautiful living room set, a huge big screen TV, a new computer system. Take home anything in the store and it's only $10. Hurry to Staten's where $10 pays your first 2 weeks rent on anything in the store. And remember, credit's never a problem because at Staten's, we say yes.
It's worth a drive to South Haven Pontiac Buick GMC because we're closing out the 2003 model year. And to make room for the 04s, we're announcing 0% financing back for a limited time. On GMC, we are professional grade. On Buick, it's all good. And Pontiac, feel the excitement. South Haven will save you up to $10,000 on select new vehicles. Cash rebates, along with all factory incentives. Closing out the 03s, opening up the savings at the new Heritage and Personal Transportation. South Haven Pontiac Buick GMC. Airways at Goodman Road, South Haven.
Insurance companies make a lot of money by convincing injured people to settle for less than they deserve.
Injury lawyer John Michael Bailey.
After a car accident, you may think you're in good hands with the insurance company. They'll try to convince you that you don't need a lawyer. Without a lawyer, they make more money. With a lawyer, you get more money. So forget the good hands, get a lawyer. And while you're at it, get a good one. Call 529-1010 and get the J&B guarantee.
Corey, I meant to a minute ago, and I sure didn't because I'd forgotten because I'll never forget it. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, I want to thank you personally, brother, for being around to get that restraining order lifted where I could come back into Memphis after all that garbage Hart pulled.
Amen to that.
Jimmy, just thank you. I just wanted to tell you that for a fact. Meant to when I walked out here on the show. We got, okay.
Speaking of that, Lance, speaking of Jimmy Hart, I ran up on him this week. Remember I was telling you about that little deal out at the fair?
Oh, man, you were out at the fair, I heard last night, and you're going around having a nice, wonderful time, as all of us were.
I saw it, yeah.
And then you came across the one and only Mouth of the South.
Take a look at this. Dude, I think he didn't want to speak to.
Great. All right, who's the greatest manager in the world?
You are.
That's right, baby. Don't ever forget it, too, man. It's the future guy for the first family of wrestling.
All right, wait a minute. Jimmy, excuse me. Hey, guys, how we doing? What are you doing, Jimmy? What do you mean, who's next? What are you? Are you all in line to take pictures with Jimmy Hart?
What are you doing over here?
Huh?
Yeah.
How's that? Are you in line to take a picture with Jimmy?
Yeah.
Why? How much does that cost?
$5. He paying us $5.
He paying y'all. No wonder.
Tell them that.
No wonder. You mean you paying these people $5?
You better get out of here. I'm going to get shocked or somebody will throw you out of my
Why are you begging folks
I'm
to
not
take
paying
pictures
y'all.
with
I'm
you?
not paying y'all $5.
He did. Hey, look, you even bought him a turkey leg. I see that.
A turkey leg, yeah.
Jimmy, I can't believe you.
No, I cannot believe
You
this.
giving them food and
I'm out of
posters
here.
and
I'm
stuff?
out of here.
Look, we got all sorts of stuff.
Oh, boy.
Can you believe that?
That's the best-looking picture I've seen of Jimmy.
Yeah, here he is, right here now, Lance. What?
You can forget about all that footage. These two clowns out here trying to embarrass me like you've always done, Lance Russell. But what you people are fixing to witness right now is the big contract, the biggest contract signing in the history of Memphis wrestling now, baby. This is big, baby.
Sure.
Right now, I'd like to bring out, and I hope, and I'm sure it will be, the newest member of Jimmy Hart's first family. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring out Cyborg.
Who have you got that's going to make you some money right here?
Cyborg? Jimmy Hart, you haven't signed Cyborg, have you? What? I can't believe that.
Turn around here, Cyborg. Look into this camera.
First of all, I want to ask you right now, Jimmy Hart is the smartest man in the history of professional wrestling. I have managed some of the biggest names in the history of this business, from Hulk Hogan, and I even have to say Jerry the King Lawler, one of the first person I managed when I first got into this crazy business of wrestling. The Hart Foundation, the Nasty Boys, the list goes on and on. But I'm always looking for members, Lance Russell, to build up the first family. Yeah. So, Cyborg, I guess what I'm trying to say, baby, this is only a 6-page contract, a very small contract right here. You've got the size, you've got the look. You shut up over there. Don't tell them not to trust me. You've got the look, you've got the size, you have got the ability, and I need a first lieutenant in my new organization. You will stand next to King Mabel. You will stand next to Shock. You will stand next to the future in this business. All you have to do, baby, is sign right here on the dotted line. Right here, Daddy. Where am I?
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy Hart, I'm really flattered. You know what? You're right. I am known well around the world as a true champion. And I do appreciate this offer. I'm quite flattered. But I'll tell you, Jimmy Hart, you're also known around the world. You're known as one of the lowest bottom-feeding, scum-sucking managers. I'll tell you, Jerry Lawler himself told me, you're one who does not pay his people. You're one who has screwed people over from the time you got in this business, and I'm not going to be one of them. Let me tell you something. Cyborg does not need the first family. Cyborg does not need anybody. Cyborg will take care of things on his own.
Well, there.
So, about your contract? Sure, I'll take your contract.
Yeah.
Whoa! How you like
Jimmy,
them
you
out?
better look out.
Oh, look out.
Hey. Whoa.
I guess, Lance, that means a no.
Yeah, I think you can take that as a no.
You know what? You have just made the biggest mistake of your life, pal.
Yeah, and you've said that before, too, Jimmy. Somebody finally got the whole story right and told it to these folks right out here. Absolutely what they think about it. Okay, I think we've got action coming up. I got
We do.
Some action.
Look at
With
this
Jimmy
big
Hart.
guy. Humongous. Shows up and he is as big as they come, Lance Russell. I'm telling you.
And he is a specimen, no question about that. This Cyborg is no midget either. Woo,
sure
he's
is.
a big guy.
Humongous in the ring. We'll wait his opponent here real quickly for this next action. Coming up here, Johnny Dodson steps in. Here's Jimmy Hart out. Mouth of the South. Oh, what is Jimmy doing? What? Looks like he's got
Jimmy,
another.
what are you doing up there?
Looks like he's got another contract.
Come on, Bill, we got a match coming up here.
What is he doing now, Lance? Is he gonna...
He's trying to get this guy to sign a contract. Hey, watch what you're doing there, guy.
Oh, that's a mistake. Humongous just signed with Jimmy Hart in the first family.
Another one just bit the dust, Corey.
Referee
Signed
says
with
ring
Jimmy
it.
Hart, and he didn't even know what he was
Boy,
doing.
Jimmy, you just don't stop, do you? Humongous.
Johnny Dodson coming in, goes up with a drop kick, and Humongous just slaps him aside. Ooh, man.
I will make Humongous the biggest superstar in professional wrestling, and that's a promise.
Look at this. Humongous got young Johnny Dodson in the air.
Straight up in the air.
Big boot.
Wow. With
Man.
that boot in his mouth.
Wow, man, that's going to do it for this young
It's
man.
a game young man, this Dodson, but he is just out of his league. What is this? 2 count.
I thought that was going to do it for him, Lance.
2 count.
Rumble at the Roundhouse 341 tomorrow. 5 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum. Going to be a dandy. Oh, look out.
Humongous choke slam, and he blasted him.
Man.
1, 2, 3, got him that time.
Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart has joined with Humongous. Oh, and he just keeps beating on this young guy. See, that's the kind of stuff that's unnecessary.
Oh, well, now, who in the world ever thought it? Come on, Bill, get it stopped.
pound away on this young guy. You're not kidding, Lance. Let's get ready. Wait a minute. Here comes. Oh, look at here. Here comes somebody out.
Big Cyborg coming up to the ring.
Humongous looks at him, and the big guy standing toe-to-toe, face-to-face. Cyborg and Humongous.
Different size than Johnny Dotson. Look at that Cyborg.
There you go. Boy, there's that laser eye looking right into that mask that Humongous is wearing, and Humongous steps over the top rope. He don't want to tackle this big guy. His mama didn't raise no fool, did he, Lance?
No, he decided maybe this is not the time nor place. What do you think? Cyborg says, out.
Be back. Speaking of out, we're out, but we're coming back on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
What
see
a
if they can get Johnny out over there.
Presents Rumble in the Roundhouse 3-4-1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explode with Jerry the King Lawler. Jimmy Hart and the First Family. Bill Superstar Dundee. King Mabel. And some Jimmy Valiant. The return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Plus, enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble in the Roundhouse 3-4-1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum.
Clark ran away.
Lex was touched with greatness.
Smallville is not a part of my past.
Why would I murder my own flesh and blood?
I think he's dangerous. I love you.
Get out!
The season premiere of Smallville.
My wing party at my crib consists of 30 or 40 of these wings, some fries, and some drinks. The wings are good.
Jumbo spicy wings are off the heezel.
I gotta have some heavy women because they like to eat.
For shizzle.
And I like to eat, so I like some heavy women with me, you know. I can't really talk about it.
Insurance companies. They all tell you that you're in good hands, or that like a good neighbor, they're there. But after a car accident, we all know what really happens. Insurance companies hardly ever deliver what they promise. Insurance companies are not on your side. I'm injury lawyer John Michael Bailey. If you've been hurt in a car accident, don't settle for less than you deserve. I fight insurance companies every day. Call me at 529-1010, and I'll fight for you.
I've been hammered all my life. But when it comes to car insurance, don't you get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan. AutoPlan has 9 locations to serve you and no down payment. So remember, don't get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan today. Liability is the law, so call the man from AutoPlan.
Yeah, here we are, back in the studios live, and you being 30.
Boy, we got off to a running start right away when Humongous beat up on Johnny Dotson bad, but Cyborg kind of ended that. Listen, stay right where you are because the King will be here later today, as well as, and we're looking forward to seeing him, been a long time, the Rock and Roll Express. Larry has a visit.
Yes, sir. Here's somebody. Speaking of Rock and Roll Express, you're going to have your hands full tomorrow at the Mid-South Coliseum. Rock and Roll Express take on your Moondogs, and you got a big street fight.
Yeah, but first I want to talk about, I have never been so embarrassed as I was when Athena comes out here. I mean, saying about the Moondogs not being the best tag team. I mean, I don't even know what she is. She's a freak. She's a girl. Is she a guy? I mean, what is she? All I know is that my Moondogs, if she touches me again, are going to rip every frizzy inch of hair out of her head. I cannot stand her. All she does is challenge me, and she knows that all she's got is a set of little boys.
Oh, boy, well, I know this. I know that your Moondogs have got a table, ladders, and chairs match with the Rock and Roll Express, and you got a ladies street fight with this young lady. comment.
Oh, I don't think you've realized, honey. I don't think you've realized what you've gotten yourself into. Oh, no. No, pretty little girl like you, I don't think what you realize, I don't think that you have any clue what a street fight even is, honey. Because let me tell you something. You can't handle what I have in store for you. A street fight, you don't get to come out in your pretty little clothes, honey. You come out, and you come out in the worst thing you have because I'm going to rip every thread of clothing off of your body.
Hey, wait a minute. They're not waiting till tomorrow, lad. Hey, these girls are going out here in the studio. Oh, out on the floor. Let's get some help. Yeah, Bill. They're signed for a street fight tomorrow at the Mid-South Coliseum, and they're not waiting till tomorrow. Look at this. Hey. Bill, can you get... Please get them apart. Talking about feisty.
Hey, we got a perfectly good ring up there, and they got to pick the floor out here to get brawling in for crying out loud.
I am telling you, and, man, there goes Lady Athena. Let's get ready, Lance, and get ready to take a quick time out. We got the Birdman, Coco Beware in action, and on the other side, we will talk to Rick Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. We'll be back.
All right, let's do it.
Memphis Wrestling, home of Rhythm and Brew, presents Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3, 4, 1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis Wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explodes with Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy Hart and the First Family, Bill Superstar Dundee, King Mabel, and some Jimmy Valiant, and the return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Plus, enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3, 4, 1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum.
On the WB's Big Sunday, the magic is back.
Okay, ew.
Holly Marie, Rose, Melissa.
Your new do, it's fabulous.
They're off to an Amazon paradise where boys are toys.
Not bad. Like to ask me.
The excitement is mounting.
Why don't you go hunt the dog?
Evan Marriott guest stars.
Right, don't hump my leg anymore.
The season premiere of Charmed, Valkyrie Vixens.
The WB Sunday starting at 6 on UPN 30.
An honest cop. They set me up, framed for murder.
I'm going to send a couple of agents down there. Sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. You hear me now?
Race to find the truth.
I need Prince ASAP. Chief, you okay? Just do it!
Out of time. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, October 3rd.
Legendary Pro-Hill Rock World Street Finals explode into Memphis Motorsports Park. October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. This is the big one. The largest heads-up streetcar race of the year. Carcraft Magazine presents the spectacular Auto Show and Shine. Cars shooting at 300 miles an hour. 6-second, 200-mile-an-hour streetcar. World Street Final Memphis Motorsports Park. Here, feel and see the pages of Carcraft Magazine come to life. Saturday and Sunday, the World Street Finals return. Who's your money on?
We're in the bedroom of the Petersons, a nice couple who haven't bought new furniture since disco. See that? That is a bad dresser. That is a good dresser. Bad dresser. Good dresser. Bedroom expressions dresser. Good stuff. Good prices. Nice, huh?
Honey, what was that noise?
Meow. It's just the cat.
Well, we don't have a cat.
Woof. Join us Saturday as SEC football action gets set to explode right here as the Florida Gators hook up with the Kentucky Wildcats. The fun and gun Gators are back and one of the most exciting teams in the SEC. Florida comes to the Bluegrass State with hopes of destroying the Big Blue. But the Wildcats almost pulled off a huge upset a year ago in the swamp behind Derek Abney. But today's a new day, and Kentucky will try to sink the Gators in their home stadium. Don't miss any of the action right here, September 27th.
It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time for you.
It's time for you.
Fire.
Sweet.
You know.
Bart Shameless.
Hello? Is Al there? Last name Alcoholic? Is there an alcoholic here? Hey, I'm looking for Amanda Huggincat.
And he just can't help it. Bart's Styling Daily on The Simpsons.
Weeknights at 6 on UPN 30.
Hey, here we are back live on UPN 30. Don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock tonight, our primetime special here on UPN 30. Want to talk to the Birdman, Coco. Beware. What do you say, Coco?
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Corey. You see, I've been searching all over Memphis, and I can't find Fresh to be found nowhere. But you know what, Corey? I took a tape. That's right.
Yeah, I
want to document this. I want everybody to see this tape. So show the footage. Just show this footage. And you know what? I'm not the only one who's looking for Reggie B. Fine.
Take a look. What? Coco?
He lives around here somewhere.
Coco, beware. He's looking for Reggie B. Hart.
Jimmy, open up the door. You live here.
Nobody's home.
Hi,
how you doing? Yes, I'm Coco. Where Jimmy Hart lives here?
No, sir, I'm sorry he doesn't.
Okay, you don't live in this neighborhood anywhere?
No, not that I know of. I've never heard of him.
Okay, thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Coco, beware. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, how you doing? Is Reggie here?
No, he's not.
Well, somebody told me he lives here. Does he live here?
There's no good Reggie's not here.
Okay, I'm looking for my bird. Can you tell me where Reggie is at?
Wherever Reggie is, he's with Jimmy Hart. And your bird with him, too.
He got my bird with Jimmy Hart,
Yeah,
too?
yeah. And when you find him, I need to see him. All these children running around hungry ain't got nothing to eat.
Getting it for child support?
Child support. Yes, sir.
I can't believe it. Well, I tell you what, you tell Reggie when he comes back that I've been here, and I know where he lives. I'm going to find my bird, okay? I'm going to find my bird.
Look what he bought. Got me this old coat here. This old coat here. No, I can't even not wear it. Look. Too little for me. Too little. Him and Jimmy Hart together.
This is some kind of too little.
Imitation anyway.
Stretch it out.
Look at that.
Oh, Lord.
Look at that.
Oh, my God. I tell you what, you see Reggie be fine. You tell him I'm looking for him. Tell him I've been here, okay, y'all? Y'all tell him I've been here.
Tell him I'm looking for him, too.
Boy, I'll tell you, can you believe that? Yeah. Coco beware. Hot because he wants his bird Frankie, and I don't blame. What do you want, Jimmy Hart? What is it now?
Over here. You know, Corey Macklin, that's twice that you've doctored the footage out here. One on me at the Mid-South Fair that you tried to swerve the people on. Let me tell you who that was. That was Corey Macklin's wife and his kids out there. That was not Reggie B. Fine.
That was not.
Now, let me tell you something else.
Don't believe that.
Frankie is in good hands. Don't you people worry about it. Frankie's in good hands, and I want to bring out right now the newest member of the First family and the person who has been taking care of Frankie, watching Frankie. Come on out, Kamala! What? Kamala!
What is he doing with Frankie?
That's Frankie!
Oh, that is ridiculous, Jimmy. Kamala out here eating this chicken. That better not be Frankie.
I'm telling you, Jimmy.
Look at this. Boy, I'm telling you.
Sick. That's all.
Kamala, the Ugandan giant, has joined with Jimmy Hart. That is the sickest thing, and got Kamala with chicken out of here. Jimmy's laughing, but I tell you one thing, I bet Coco's not laughing.
Frankie is finger licking good, baby.
Boy, Jimmy Hart, I'm telling you. Ring the bell. Kevin White, a young man, is the opponent for Kamala. Can you believe that, Lance?
Man, I'm telling you.
Kamala.
Corey, let me take just a second to remind the folks that I might have missed it a little bit earlier when we said that the ticket office is going to be available right now all the way up until 5 o'clock out at the fairgrounds for the tickets to the big Rumble at the Roundhouse coming up tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. It will also be available. Tickets will be on sale from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and all throughout the day so that you can get yours at any of the ticket booths out there tomorrow. Go to the ticket office today, pick it up, and come join us. You will automatically have your admission to the fair when you get that ticket to Wrestling 4 tomorrow night.
What a deal that is. There it is on your screen. Sunday, Rumble at the Roundhouse. I just can't hardly believe Kamala here today with Jimmy Hart. Comes out eating the chicken. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever.
I'm telling you.
I almost say. I'm telling
you. You hear what he said? The bird is in good hands. And there comes Kamala with that bird.
Still to come today, our South Haven Pontiac Buick GMC main event. The King, Jerry Lawler, in action today.
You know, I thought Kamala was a vegetarian.
Big Freeze. And Kamala, the Ugandan giant, with a victory right here on Memphis Wrestling over Kevin White. And young Kevin White has been looking good lately. Just hardly getting going on that one.
And he just ran into too much bulk. That's all there is.
Oh, look out! Look out! Oh, look at here! Here's somebody talking about running into something.
He's got something to make a Kamala out about the same.
Kamala's stuck over here. He finally takes out.
I don't care, Lance. It don't make no difference, Kamala. It don't make no difference who you are. Bigger they are, harder they gonna fall. I'm gonna find my bird.
You saw what he was trying to pull on you right there.
Man,
gotta
believe
tell
that.
you one thing. But he knew how to level it out. He brought that board out here. He was going to fix Kamala.
You talk about leveling it out, boy. That is leveling it out. Speaking of leveling out, Lance, out right now outside of the studios, Brian Tacklin's out there, and he's got Rick Morton and Robert Gibson, Rock and Roll Express.
Now listen to this. This will be very interesting. Let's go out to Brian right now. Brian.
Hey, Corey, Lance, we're live outside here with Ricky and Robert. And fellas, I've heard about this match before, the ladders, tables, and chairs, and I know you've been in dozens of these before. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to. This is a match that's set up for 5 o'clock tomorrow, live at the Coliseum.
Well, let me tell you something. First, I want to say hi to all the people out here, all the fans. It's nice to be back in Memphis, Tennessee, right here, live studio wrestling. And understand this, we're wrestling the Moondogs, ladder, table, and chair match. Understand this, the Moondogs. They put a many scars on my head. One of the toughest tag teams around, and there's no better place to be in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum. You got to understand about this match here. You can use the tables. You can use the chairs. You can climb all the way to the top of this ladder. And once you get to the top of it, you're 15 feet in the air. Imagine what you can do to somebody when you come off the top of that ladder on this table on top of one of the Moondogs.
So that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. Bell time 5.
Come here, Robert. Look now. You know, people always tell us about our business. They always ask me about it. Bro, I want you to climb this ladder. I want you to go up there. I want you to see how high this is. Go on, go do it for me.
I'll take a couple steps up here.
Oh, come on, man. Go on.
I can tell that.
A little bit higher.
I can tell that's pretty high, Robert.
A little bit higher. Come on.
It's kind of high. So it's the Moondogs tomorrow.
Come on, baby. Go on up.
I'm just doing it. Oh, the Moondogs are out here with the Rock and Roll Express. Get the Moondogs. Get some security out here. Get some security out here.
Come on, let's get something started.
Corey.
Get out of there. Look out, Brian.
Corey.
Yep,
the
Brian.
Moondogs are out here.
Let's take a break.
We got a match going on out in the parking lot.
Hey, watch Brian. He's up on the top of that ladder. Be careful, Brian. Take a break. Let's take one out. We'll be
security. We got a whole new match out here. I can't come. I'm trying to get down. Thanks, That's going to be something at the Coliseum. A table match. That was. We've already started this match, Corey. It's going to be big tomorrow, 5 o'clock at the Coliseum. Rumble at the Roundhouse. This was close.
I've been hammered all my life. But when it comes to car insurance, don't you get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan. AutoPlan has 9 locations to serve you and no down payment. So remember, don't get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan today. Liability is the law, so call the man from AutoPlan.
If you have a mobility problem and pre-qualify for a power chair, we'll deliver a new hover-round to your home. That's right. Unlike other mobility companies that offer deals too good to be true, our offer is straightforward. If you pre-qualify, we'll deliver a hover-round. At Hover-Round, we manufacture power chairs in the USA. Our complete line of power chairs and motorized scooters are the most comfortable, and they're built to last a lifetime.
Oh, I love it. It's the best thing since the legs.
If you have Medicare or private insurance, our mobility specialist will come to your home and evaluate which Hover-Round is best for you. Over 30,000 doctors have prescribed Hover-Round power chairs, and in most cases, the costs were 100% covered.
It didn't cost me one single penny, and I now have my Hover-Round.
Why settle for a generic when you can own the name brand, a Hover-Round, for little or no money out of pocket? Call now to see if you pre-qualify.
Memphis Wrestling, home of Rhythm and Blues, presents Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3-4-1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis Wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explode with Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy Hart and the First Family, Bill Superstar Dundee, King Mabel, Crimson Jimmy Valiant, and the return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Plus, enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3-4-1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum.
That's the Roundhouse. That's what's coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock down at the Mid-South Coliseum. Got to tell you, you saw just a few of the names that are going to be there. Can't wait for all of the action. Again, a reminder, ticket office to open right now up until 5 o'clock, and it will be open at any of the places you can go to out at the fairgrounds tomorrow and pick your ticket up for it tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. 8 big matches, double main event. It is all going to be worth your attendance out there because you buy an admission to the wrestling and you have an admission automatically to the fair, and you can go watch the concert with Jeffrey and all of that sort of thing. Big day tomorrow.
Big day double main event. Let's take a look at some of the matches we just saw on the screen there. That Lady Street Fight's going to take place with Lady Athena in April. That's just one of the matches that you're going to see tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum. And I think we got some others of the Memphis card also to take a look at the lineup. Humongous with Jimmy Hart now taking on Cyborg. That bout has just been added for tomorrow. And then, Lance, this bout, table, chairs, and ladders.
Man, I got to tell you, table, chairs, and ladders, and you take the mix of the Rock and Roll Express and the Moondogs. They have seen each other before, but the big see-in is going to take place in that table and ladders and chairs match tomorrow.
Then the Birdman Coco Beware versus the Uganda John Kamala with Jimmy Hart. That was ridiculous with Kamala out of eating that chicken and all that stuff. Yeah. And then, boy, it gets to the biggies right here even more. What a big lineup all day tomorrow. The first main event, the King Jerry Lawler, Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol together with handsome Jimmy Valiant in that corner, taking on the other side, Lance.
And it'll be, you talking size, King Mabel has got all of that. And a heart and fight, Billy Dundee. I don't know about Bill these days from what you told me about him. That is going to be some kind of a battle. Lawler and Idol, Mabel and Dundee, and, of course, Jimmy Hart will be over there with Mabel and Bill Dundee.
And then the second main event of the evening tomorrow, Mid-South Coliseum, Shocking B.A.D. with Jimmy Hart taking on Grandmaster Sexay Brian Christopher and Dangerous Doug Gilbert. That is not an error, Lance.
Stop interrupting.
Wait a minute.
What? You know, we got a little late breaking news here, Corey Macklin. You know, the First Family, we hire talent, but we fire talent. And this is the man that does the firing for me, right, darling?
Fired? Let me tell you who's fired. You see that slug, B.A.D., anywhere around here? No, you know why? Because he couldn't hang with the First Family. You know what? I got a surprise of my own. You know why, Corey? I'm what you call a real man. So what I'm going to do right now, here live on TV, is challenge those two idiots, that ballerina, Brian Christopher,
and that piece of trash, Doug Gilbert. You get them out here right now. Wait a minute. Oh, both of them out here? I'll take those two idiots by myself right now. Get out of my face, Corey.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? He's challenging. And, Lance, I know you may think it's a typo. I know you don't know everything that's going on. But Doug Gilbert has teamed up the last couple of weeks with Brian Christopher. Can you believe that?
No, that's very hard to believe. I can tell you for a fact.
We've got a challenge here. Shock challenging both of them.
Shock
Referees in the ring.
Christopher.
There they are. Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher, and Dangerous Doug Gilbert.
Hey, Lance. So he's all alone today?
Yeah. Well, both of you guys.
I heard about them having a split up. What was that, a little lover spat you and BAD had, huh? You and your boyfriend. Well, I'll tell you what, he done let his alligator mouth overload his hummingbird butt. Because now me and Doug Gilbert are about to put it on you, boy, and shut you up once and for all. Come on, Doug.
I'll tell you one thing. I have a hard time believing Doug Gilbert and Brian Christopher on the same side of the street. But here he is. Look at, he has opened his mouth once too often.
He has, but I tell you one thing you better remember, though, Lance. I don't know if you caught this or not. The referee signals for the bell. You know what he told us? Is that he's got a big surprise. So you know what? I didn't forget that. I didn't say that.
Anytime Jimmy Hart's around, you better look out for surprises. Christopher going right after Shock. Nailing him with a big right hand. Over and over.
Right on top of him. Speaking of surprises, we've got a surprise. Tonight, 7 o'clock, UBN 30, tonight, a big night, a primetime special. Live right here tonight. Be sure to join us, fans.
Not just any special, but a Memphis wrestling special that you do not want to miss. 7 o'clock.
Oh, look at this. What is Doug Gilbert?
You know, Brian Christopher, you just found out something, baby. That age and experience shall overcome youth and enthusiasm any day of the week.
Oh, my goodness.
The first family. Never.
Guile and cheating is what Hart overcomes him with. And Doug Gilbert, I knew it. I couldn't believe those guys on the same side of the ring. And
I'm telling you.
What happened.
Doug Gilbert comes out. Here comes the other referee now that's on the ring. What is... Referee says ring the bell. Lance, they couldn't even wrestle 5 minutes together today. Doug Gilbert turns on him.
Yeah, Shock knew exactly what was going to happen in there.
Jimmy Hart just like this whole
You know
thing.
what? I think he needs to help, Lance. Why don't you and Corey Macklin take your jackets off and
wait a
jump in
minute.
there?
Here comes some help. Here comes the king. Jarl
Gilbert hits the floor. Shock ran back. Where you going, Jimmy?
There they go.
Well, that kind of evened it up just a little bit.
I think so.
Boy, Brian
Lance and Jerry, take a quick time out. We'll be right back on the other side. Can you believe this stuff?
got his neck
Doug
hurt.
Gilbert, yeah, his neck hurt. Now, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Let's check.
Memphis Wrestling, home of Rhythm and Brew, presents Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3-4-1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explodes with Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy Hart and the First Family, Bill Superstar Dundee, King Mabel, and some Jimmy Valley, and the return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Plus, enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble at the Roundhouse. 3-4-1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum. October 17th and 18th. 18th at the Memphis Motorsports Park. Plus, a pre-race concert featuring Craig Morgan. It's the Samstown 250 visiting St. Jude at Memphis Motorsports Park, October 17th and 18th. Don't miss it. For tickets, call 1-866-40-SPEED. That's 1-866-40-SPEED. Or go to MemphisMotorsportsPark.com.
A wing party at my crib consists of 30 or 40 of these wings, some fries, and some drinks. The wings are good.
Jumbo spicy wings are off the heazel.
I gotta have some heavy women because they like to eat.
For shizzle.
And I like to eat, so I like some heavy women with me, you know. I can't really talk about it.
Well, we knew today would be wild, but nothing like this. Doug Gilbert turning on Brian Christopher.
Got hammered into that mat right on that deck, and he really got it hurt.
I'm telling you. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Let's get the king out here. Yeah, there's Jerry Lawler.
There's the man of the hour, as he has been so many hours. He's been the man of. Jerry, great to see you. What a miserable thing out there. I just had in the back of my mind, I said, I can't believe Brian is on the same page with Doug Gilbert, and then he turns around and pulls that kind of
Well, I knew from the get-go that wasn't going to work. They had, one match together, and it looked like maybe there were some possibilities. But I talked to Brian last week, and I said, Brian, you got to know in the back of your mind that you cannot trust Doug Gilbert. And he said, no, I think he's going to be all right. Well, you saw what happened today, and you saw what happened to Brian. And what this illustrates is the fact that when you go in a ring, when you go into a tag team match, you have got to have the most important thing is you've got to have a partner that you can trust. You've got to have somebody that's watching your back, because that's what it's all about. It's about being a team. You know that better than anybody.
Well, I got to say...
So wait, Lance. That brings me to another point. What these people are talking about right now. Can we... I got a match tomorrow night at the Mid-South Coliseum where I made a call. I made a call to the Universal Heartthrob, Lance, Austin Idol, and he agreed to come in here to Memphis tomorrow and be my partner in a big match. I mean, a match against this King Mabel, Bill Dundee, with Jimmy Hart in the corner. And the more I thought about it, he sent in this footage last week, Lance, telling me, the Jerry, the King Lawler, we're going to be partners, but I got a little unfinished business in Memphis. And he said, be careful. Well, as a matter of fact, instead of me saying it, can we go back and watch just the last part of Austin Idol's interview that he sent in here?
I remember this, King.
What's this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But always remember one thing, Jerry. Be careful of what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Whoa, that give you pause to think.
Yeah, it's given me pause to think. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking about it all week long. So I made a decision, and you know what? This may be unpopular with a lot of fans out there. This may not make a lot of people happy because, a lot of people are sort of into the nostalgia thing. They like to see the old-time stars come back. They would like to see Austin Idol. But we just saw Austin Idol. I mean, he looks sort of the same. He's a little older. His hair's a little thinner. But I can guarantee you one thing. He is still the low-life scumbag that he always was. And so I made a call. Yesterday afternoon, and I personally canceled Austin Idol out as being my partner. I'm not going to be partners.
Good move. Yeah, I like that, Lance.
I can't say I blame you one bit, and particularly after seeing what you just saw with Doug Gilbert.
Exactly.
Doing that to Brian.
So I'm going to do this. I will make my announcement tonight. We got a primetime special tonight right here on Channel 30. I'll make my announcement as who my partner is going to be. As a matter of fact, I really haven't even got the confirmation on it yet, but I'll make my announcement tonight, 7 o'clock right here on UPN 30. But it won't be Austin Idol, but I guarantee I'll have somebody as my partner that I can trust in there tomorrow afternoon. Right now, I got a little bit of unfinished business.
Caution is the big prime word, Jerry. Be sure to take care of yourself at all costs when you're dealing with guys like Doug Gilbert around. Bill Rush, let's ring the bell.
Ring the
Here we
bell.
go.
The king. And I've got to tell you, I've got to echo his sentiments, Lance. Good move on Jerry's part. Boy, look at Mr. Compulsive Lightning on him.
Whoa,
wow, Jerry's got a big match right now. Talking about tomorrow, boy. 5 o'clock Coliseum, I like it. Uh-oh, look
that right hand.
It's
It'll
gonna be...
drive a nail right through a board. He got him. 1, 2, 3, yes.
It's going to be interesting tonight. 7 o'clock. We'll find out who's going to team up with the King tomorrow at the Coliseum. Take a quick break. We'll be back, Lance Russell.
The Roundhouse 3-4-1. A full day of smack-packed Memphis wrestling. Admission to the Mid-South Fair. And a free concert. Sunday, September 28th. The Coliseum explodes with Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy Hart and the First Family, Bill Superstar Dundee, Mabel, and some Jimmy Valiant. The return of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Plus, enjoy the Mid-South Fair and the R&B sounds of Jeffrey Osborne for one low price. Tickets available now at the Coliseum box office. Rumble at the Roundhouse 3-4-1. Sunday, September 28th. Mid-South Coliseum. It's worth a drive to South Haven Pontiac Buick GMC because we're closing out the 2003 model year. And to make room for the 04s, we're announcing 0% financing back for a limited time. On GMC, we are professional grade. On Buick, it's all good. And Pontiac, feel the excitement. South Haven will save you up to $10,000 on select new vehicles. Cash rebates, along with all factory incentives. Closing out the 03s, opening up the savings at the new Heritage and Personal Transportation. South Haven Pontiac Buick GMC. Airways at Goodman Road, South Haven.
When you get hurt in a car wreck, who are you going to call? You know who. I'm Corey B. Trott. We can play hardball with the insurance company. We know about the money they won't tell you about, and we work hard to get it for you without making you go to court. Call 683-7000 first. Call for your free consultation, and we'll work to hit a home run for you. Hurt in a car wreck, call a team that goes all the way. My team. Nice catch. Teamwork.
If you need anything for your home, beautiful new furniture, a new computer, a big screen TV, a new refrigerator, hurry to Staten's Rental Purchase and take it home for only $10. That's right. Take home a beautiful living room set, a huge big screen TV, a new computer system. Take home anything in the store and it's only $10. Hurry to Staten's where $10 pays your first 2 weeks rent on anything in the store. And remember, credit's never a problem because at Staten's, we say yes.
Oh, here we are back on Memphis Wrestling, home of Rhythm and Blues.
Yeah, I love that. I also love that rumble at the roundhouse, too.
3-4-1. That's where you buy a ticket to wrestling and get it at Fair Free. Get the free concert with Jeffrey Osborne tomorrow, 5 p.m. bell time. What a day it's going to be at the Mid-South
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
What a day it's been right here when we ended up with that brawl with Brian Christopher getting jumped by that baseball bat-carrying Doug Gilbert in there.
Bill Superstar Dundee with Jimmy Hart and shot. Hey, Billy.
This is great. Lawler hasn't got a partner. Brian Christopher doesn't have a partner. Lawler, who are you going to call for tomorrow night, baby? One of those big superstars from the WWE? Who is it going to be? Is it going to be The Rock? Is it going to be Brock Lesnar? No, Dundee.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you something, Lawler. I know somebody you can't call. You can't call the superstar because I'm going to be there, and we're going to beat your brains out.
Boy, I'm telling you guys. And Doug Gilbert, Lance, can you believe him?
You know what, Lance Russell? Brian Christopher is just as stupid as every single one of these people in this building and everybody in Memphis. You listen to me, Brian Christopher. Dangerous Doug Gilbert will not be happy until you're out of wrestling. Not Memphis wrestling, but all of wrestling. And like I told you one time, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. This is going to be your last wrestling match at the Mid-South Coliseum tomorrow night, Lance Russell, and you will get to see it.
Well, I want to be there. You better believe
You
it.
see, let me tell you something, ballerina boy. You want to come out here and you want to dance? You want to prance around like a sissy? Well, let me tell you something. After what happened to you, you're not going to be dancing around anymore. And I'm going to tell you another thing, you punk. If I see you...
Oh, yeah! What are you guys doing? Oh, my goodness.
I saw my knuckle tear on his face and tore it out of the way. I said, ouch. The King and Brian out here leveling things up a little with all that.
Well, let me just say, they're all real happy right now. You saw that, Brian. Jimmy Hart thinks that tomorrow at the Mid-South Coliseum, that
that. But we're going to have partners that we can trust. We're going to have partners that we can believe in. And I promise you, Jimmy Hart, we are both going to make tomorrow the worst day of your life. I promise you that. Tell them about what we're talking about partners, Brian.
Yeah, we're talking about partners. We're talking about partners that you can trust. Partners that aren't going to stab you in the back. Partners that ain't going to turn on you. Well, I got a partner for tomorrow. You put Doug Gilbert in the ring. You put Shock as his partner. And I got myself a partner that I can trust.
Who'd you call?
Because I just got off the phone with my original partner from the World Wrestling Federation, Scotty Too Hotty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. At the Mid-South Coliseum, Too Cool is going to be back together in action right there. You heard what I said. Scotty Too Hotty and Grandmaster 6'8", Too Cool are going to be at the Mid-South Coliseum tomorrow night.
You don't have to say any more than that. Like I said, Jimmy Hart, you see this, the reuniting of Too Cool, the first time in 2 years that team has been together. Grandmaster Sexay, Scotty Too Hotty tomorrow at the Coliseum, and I promise you this, Hart, the King will have a partner as well. So tomorrow will be the worst day of their lives. I promise you that, Lance.
It's going to be good. Jimmy, did you hear that? Oh, I love it. Scotty Too Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay. Are you people ready for that tomorrow, huh? That's going to be big, Lance.
Don't forget tonight, prime time, 7 o'clock, the big special of the Memphis Wrestling tonight.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on that, the
I
King
won't
is
forget
going to
it.
announce his partner.
Hey, don't you forget, are you coming tonight?
Yes, sir. You better believe it.
Listen, you came back looking for action, Lance. I think you got more than you expected here.
Oh, yeah. Get that old heart going, and I love it, I tell you, for a fact.
Boy, guys, we're about out of time, it looks like. But I'll tell you one thing. Today, 10 o'clock, box office open right now. Open all day today until 5, right, Lance?
Yes, sir.
And then you told me you can buy tickets tomorrow.
Tomorrow, at any of the entrances, you go by any of the booths anywhere and get your tickets. We got to go. Brian, good to see you today. We'll see you all later. This
7 o'clock.
evening.
7 o'clock. We'll be back a little later. From my partner, Lance Russell, my buddy, Brian Teglin, Corey Macklin. See you tonight, 7 o'clock. Bye-bye.
I didn't know about you up on that.
Memphis Wrestling was brought to you by Autoplan Insurance, Greg's Store for Men, Burt's, Staten's Rentals, Cash Depot, Injury Lawyer John Michael Bailey, and by South Haven Pontiac Buick and GMC.
Oh, you're going through chemo? You've got your whole life in front of you. Of course you're going to be a survivor. If I can do it, you can do it.
The Sharon Osbourne Show. Weekdays at 11 on UPN 30.
If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Hey, it happens sometimes. Too much month and not enough paycheck. When your budget has you in a headlock and you need cash fast and easy, think Cash Depot. Cash Depot does payday loans, title loans, and cashier's checks. If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Got a job and checking account? No problem. You own your car? No problem.